Hi, this is Steve at CBI Off-Road. Today we're going to show you how to put the skid plates on your GX 460. We've already taken all the factory stuff off. We have another video for that. I'm going to show you where the new skid plates are going to bolt up. So they'll bolt up in these 4 spots here, these 2 spots here. Long bolts through this cross member. Long bolts through this cross member, and then your new cross member bolts in right there. We're putting bolts into captive nuts. You want to put NICs on them. The thin layer will do the trick, and that'll keep them from seizing in or rusting into the bolt, into the nuts. I've found it easiest to put 2 bolts in here to hold it up until you get the rest of the bolts in. All right, now it should hang on its own. Thank you, Josiah. You can just start putting all the rest of the bolts in. Keep in mind up here in the front, there's 2 different sizes. The larger 2 go in these holes and the smaller 2 go in those holes. All right, once you get the bolts in the front, and install the carriage bolts. You want to watch your clearance from the bolt to the drive line. Make sure you've got some room there. So always double check that before you tighten everything down. All right, once you have those bolts in, you go ahead and tighten everything down. All right, now that the front plate's in place, we can put the CBI cross member in. Start by undoing the brake line manifold and just pull that out of the way a little bit. You want to replace this bolt that you pulled out of the manifold with a longer one that came out of the original hardware for the original skids. All right, you want to slide this here back behind the brake line manifold. Side. All right, put the rear plate on. You want to hook the front up over the front there. Get a carriage bolt in each side, then it'll stay there on its own for you. All right, now we can put the small 3/8 carriage bolts into the front. All right, now that we've got those in and a couple back here, we can go ahead and put these in. The black washer and the nut. Now we can put the rest of these in. All right, now that you have all the bolts in, you can go ahead and tighten everything down. Like to even get a wrench on that one. Go ahead and put the trap doors in so you can change your oil easily. Anti-seize is especially important on these bolts. They're steel bolts going into either aluminum if your skid plates are aluminum, or into a captive nut on the steel skid plates. So these you're going to be taking in and out on a fairly regular basis. So you want to make real sure you don't get these threads screwed up. All right, and that finishes off the install on your GX 460 skid plates. Give us a call if you have any questions or comments at CBI Off-Road Fab. Thank you.